taught me how to run and sing towards the trees to tell the direction of the sun. We weren't supposed to make it, feet bloody, nearly separated on the path to being liberated. Born blind, my Umi taught me how to run and sing towards the trees to tell the direction of the sun. We weren't supposed to make it, feet bloody, nearly separated on the path to being liberated. Soul and past, granted future, different cast, same old you used to. Or rather the place chaotic, where we began is where we started. This battle's not for the weak-of-hearted, kings and queens are martyred. Somewhere in between the then and now, there was no answer to the question how. Round face, thick lips and wide nose, with skin color of a red light and clay. Not mainstream nor Fulani. I got a dream that can walk for this twisted psychology. Stare at the unfinished creation without apology. He raped the mothers without remorse for her unhealed wounds. What is conceived out of death, but life or death in delusion. Forced to breathe life into a half illusion while losing. My slave master was a Frenchman who was Christian, who forced the slave religion. Dichotomized the African into a body and soul to permeate the vision. Took my father's vision and my mother's gift of submission. Out of body, detached the soul from the shell that carried and suffered in. Took a placenta and sanctified the earth where she buried. The pain to purify the ground for which it mourned. Lineage torn, disfigured visage with scorn. I am from that, like the non-melanin holders are from the same space with different face and same mind and identical objective to rejuvenate the kind. Remembrance is what binds, it's not fate. Inculcated the education of hate, and from the blindness the constituents graduate. And with this thesis I dedicate. Boy, coon, blackie, mulatto, colored, nigga, negro, Afro-American, black, brown, pickaninnies, NG, all abbreviations of the entity thought that they known as me. That's a past demise. We now exist amongst the dead while living for the hope of a new painted body that rise with no compromise. No compromise. Born blind, my Umi taught me how to run and sing towards the trees to tell the direction of the sun. We weren't supposed to make it, feet bloody, nearly separated on the path to being liberated. Yo, we had names like Delagbanu Atunde, Kofi if you was born on a Friday. Now we read by a self-made art on display at a Doom Day, just to keep a thread of our identity like Kente. It's a new day from the names and tag and branded us. We used to handle our own tribal disputes. Now we see peace through police that escort us out in handcuffs. Used to the same mental abuse. Abuse ourselves when we're in positions that these hands produce and die for. So therefore, we as men must provide strength for our women to depend. Pushing live beyond 1 score and 10. And take the money that we fund in enterprise. Monopolize what our people use and change lives in the hood. Survive and be fathers to our sons, so that they can surpass what we were to them. Elucidate strength in the face of hate. And counter to our daughters who learn the definition of a man by how their fathers treat their mother, and the word by which he stands and plans for the future. And if you put your mind to it, it's no tailor that can suit you. A Lulu carries negative energy and words that seem to stifle you and make it hard for you to be the better you, and prevent yourself from hearing you. Look at you, a miracle reflected, a work in progress. Soul and past, granted future, different cast, same old you used to. Or rather the place chaotic, where we began is where we started. This battle's not for the weak-of-hearted, kings and queens are martyred. Born blind, my Umi taught me how to run and sing towards the trees to tell the direction of the sun. We weren't supposed to make it, feet bloody, nearly separated on the path to being liberated.